welcome out there to Know Your World, the
I don't want to know
game
my world.
show that everyone's raving
You'd
about.
rather not know.
We got two contestants tonight, and they're pretty eager to start it off.
No.
They've had conversations about other subjects, but we're going to have to stick with the questions, gentlemen. Gabe, Andre, school committee man, how's things going? A lot of days out of school.
Yeah, a lot.
Going to be made up in June? Is
Well,
that it?
there was an attempt to negotiate with the teachers and to maybe use some of the days from either February or April vacation, because we can't, by law, we can't run school into July. We got to be done by the end of June.
So, but the days will be made up?
Oh, they have to be, unless the state, for whatever, waives some of the days, but I don't see it coming.
How many days have to be made up?
Right now, I believe it's one, because we had 4 last week. We had a previous one which made 5. We had 5 days built into the calendar, but then we had one more day this week, Tuesday. So was it Tuesday? Or Monday?
Monday.
So right now we're one over.
One over. One day to be made up.
One
Well,
day
that
to be
should
made
be pretty
so
easy.
far.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy.
Well, the winter isn't over. That's the problem.
Well,
Gets snow tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
good, but
And it seems like, in Fall River, all we do is we tell everyone, take the day off. We close City Hall, we close the school departments. I mean, everyone gets a day off.
how about you? How, affect your job, CJ?
No. I never stop.
So what's new? Any new embroilments?
Hey, I got to be careful. I'm already on, the hit list of numerous people, so.
What else is new?
That's true. What else is new?
Maybe
Hey,
new
I have to tell you, though, for a city councilor to turn around and say at an event, everyone dislikes you, CJ. Yes, you're right all the time, but you know what? The reason why they dislike you is because you take that stick of dynamite and you throw it in the crowd, and you see what's going to happen afterwards.
CJ, what about the rumor that you purchased a used armored truck?
An armored truck?
Yeah, one of those Brinks armored used trucks?
Shh.
No?
Be quiet. Be
All
quiet.
right.
I'm waiting for my Powerball win. I need that truck for that. Because I'm going to back it up to the State House and tell them to load the cash in small bills, unmarked,
Unmarked.
non-sequential.
Oh, you mean you're not going to spread it out? You're going to have it all up front?
That's right. I want it all up front.
Well, you got a couple of big lawsuits going, so you're probably going to hit the jackpot on one of them.
I doubt it.
All right, gentlemen, mount your horses because we're going to ride off into the sunset with the first question to Gabe. Name the corps that formed the heart of the Ottoman army.
The Corps? The Janissaries.
Janice, good for you. That was a good one. That was a good one.
See, I was going to say, the heart of the, I figured the cardiomyopathies or something, but cardiac muscle.
You could have buttoned that.
That's right.
Okay, CJ, you get a pretty easy question.
I doubt it.
What is the Wisconsin state dance?
What is the Wisconsin State Dance? Oh, gosh.
No, that's not it.
Honestly, I don't know. I would think it'd be like a cheesehead dance or something,
It's probably on the tip of your tongue. Can't get it out?
Nope, nothing. Well, he's got a chance.
Gabe?
Just a wild guess, square dance.
Polka.
You know something, that's what I first
I was
thought,
thinking
but
that too,
But
I figured he would want what polka?
then I figured, there are probably not a lot of polls in Wisconsin. If this was Chicago, yes.
No, they Wisconsin.
I figured you were going to
I
ask
had
for a
no idea.
specific polka,
Up in that area, Wisconsin, Michigan.
I thought for sure you were going to ask for a specific polka, the beer barrel polka or,
Okay.
Believe it or not, that's what first
I was
came to
thinking the
my
same
mind.
thing too, but
I said, no, not many.
sometimes the easiest answer is the most correct.
Farmers, Wisconsin, dairy farmers, etc. Well, okay. Gabe, you get the next one, and the next one. Okay, this is about woods. Wood. Give the name of the black wood.
Mahogany.
Good guess, but no,
Close, but no cigar.
no cigar.
I know that answer too.
Oh, when you hear the name, you say, oh, yeah.
You know, I want to say ebony, but
What do you want to say?
ebony.
You got it.
Hey, all
Yeah.
right.
I kind of thought so.
I guess so.
Yeah.
If you just said it, you probably thought about it.
The first answer that comes to your mind sometimes is always the most correct.
That's right.
So,
All right, we started off with Gabe, and so CJ, you get the next question. All right, the man who shot Billy the Kid was?
Wyatt Earp. Pick the name off the top of my head.
No, no.
I know it's a sheriff or something, or a ranger, but go ahead, your turn.
Bat Masterson?
No, no. Pat Garrett. He kind of corralled him late at night at a farmhouse.
Wouldn't even have.
Billy the Kid was with his girlfriend, and apparently his girlfriend...
Go figure. A woman was the cause of his death.
So I think it was the father. I think it was the father.
See, that's what happens. That's how it happened back out there. You caught with my daughter. I'm gonna shoot you.
We get the sheriff.
That's where the shotgun weddings came from.
That's right.
Of all sheriffs, because Pat Garrett didn't have a good reputation. Before he became sheriff,
Yep.
he was running wild out there in the West himself. So, over to Gabe. Oh, there's a... Name the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Manhattan, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Bronx, Queens.
You got it.
Very good.
For you, Gabe. Good for you. You get 5 fingers, huh?
That's right.
That's what I was doing. I was counting them off.
Oh, okay. All right, CJ. The Wright brothers' flight took place in what year?
I want to say 1901.
No,
Kind of knew I was wrong, but
not an easy question.
1908.
No, 1903.
You're close.
that was my second
close.
answer. That was my
Yeah.
second answer. So
You'd get the consolation prize for being close.
the booby prize.
Yeah. All right. We started with CJ, so we're going over to Gabe. Name the city of 7 hills.
Oh, Rome.
Rome. Yeah, good for you, Gabe.
I was going to say Fall River, but
No, I don't think we, not noted for that. Okay, another city question. Name the city of the White Knights.
Of the White Knights. The White Knights. I believe it's in France.
Belief doesn't count here.
I know. I want to say Champagne.
New Year's is over.
Go ahead, Gabe.
Okay,
I'm thinking you're probably saying White Nights because it's light at night.
it's a good deduction.
That's what you're talking about then. Okay.
Vladivostok.
No, no. That, I think it's even too low. It's on the Pacific. It's St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg.
See, I was
my
thinking
first
something.
thought, too.
I was thinking something else when you said White Knights. I've got history on my head.
You had the...
The White Knights were also referred to, are also known as the Knights Templar, or the Knights of Christ in
So you had the-
Portugal.
They were known as white?
Yes,
White
because their garb was white with the red,
With the
red
cross.
Knight's cross.
Knights
And they
Templar.
were referred to as the Knights Templar, and then they changed their name after October 13th to October 13th, 1497, I think, to the Knights of Christ in Portugal.
Order of Christ, yeah.
Yep.
Knights of the Order of Christ.
They got the Knights Templar started off, they were actually unemployed crusaders.
Yes.
And they got funded by a lot of the princes and kings of Europe to spread Christianity along the Baltic. But they weren't, you might call really good guys.
They were actually bankers. To be very honest, they were actually bankers. All the realms in Europe owed the Knights Templar money.
Well-
And in the days leading up to the end, the Pope, the then French Pope, and King Bonafonte, I believe his name was, in France,
Well, you're taking my story away.
ordered him dead. Ordered them all dead.
They spread along the Baltic and in a place called Prussia,
Yes.
where there were actually people who were Prussians prior to the modern name of Prussia, and known to be people usually of German origin and Polish. They pretty much routed all those people out of those lands, and eventually what happened is that the Polish forces gave them a good beating. I think it was in 1410, actually. And that was pretty much the end of their mischievous troublemaking in that area of the world. Anyway, next question. And who gets that? CJ. All right. Name the City of Angels.
Los Angeles.
Good, good. That's always...
On a question like that, you end up second guessing. Just that's too easy.
Yeah,
It can't be
that's
It
what I
can't
was
be
thinking
that.
too. It popped into my head real quickly.
Yeah, City of Angels, you get that quite a bit in movies, etc. All right, this is, name the event on December 1941. Major event.
Oh, the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. Good for you, CJ.
December 7th,
Right,
1941.
to be exact.
Yeah.
Sunday.
That's right. It's amazing how some dates just stick out in our minds forever.
Well, very poignant as far as American history. But here's another one that hopefully...
Which I probably won't have the answer to. Go ahead.
You never know. This event, name the event that took place on November 11th, 1918.
November 11th, 1918.
11/11/1918.
I don't know, it's Veterans Day, but it wasn't then. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, you could.
Go ahead.
Originally known as Armistice Day at the end of World War I.
Yeah, 11th month, 11th hour. Armistice was called.
And that's why it became Veterans Day.
Afterward,
Yeah.
they turned it
changed the
into,
name, yes.
A celebration of...
Right.
Yeah, ended World War I. All right, so we're over to Gabe. Okay, name the event of a famous dictator that takes place on April 20th of each year.
An event celebrating his...
Well, maybe not a celebration, but it, it's an eventful day, a memorial, maybe not a Memorial Day, but a very well-known date in history,
And the date is again?
April 20th. Nothing? CJ? Hitler's birthday.
Like I care.
No, but,
Hey.
you'd be surprised how many times that comes up around that date, especially in Europe. You have people out there marching around in celebration of his birthday.
You know, as much of an evil man as Hitler was, he was a political genius. He took a country that was broke, had no way to turn around, and he made them a superpower. granted, on the backs of many people who did not deserve that, but nonetheless, he did a great deal of, work for Germany in making it what it became, and also what ended up being its destruction.
Yeah. He
Not that I'm touting what he did as a wonderful thing, but
left it in ruins.
yeah.
That was his legacy. Okay.
Mine.
CJ. Okay. Name the second largest island in the world.
The second largest island in the world. I don't know, the Deer Island in Boston. I'm only kidding.
Large island. Large. Think big. Think big.
Think big. The only thing I can honestly think of would be, and I'm probably very wrong, but
Second largest.
is,
Not an easy question.
no, it's not, obviously, because I'm thinking, Maui or something, I'm thinking a Hawaiian island, but
No.
that's about, and I didn't think so, so go ahead, your turn.
Okay, Gabe.
I would guess Australia is the largest.
That's a good
so-
start.
So, Antarctica,
New Guinea.
New Guinea. Yeah.
You don't hear of New Guinea too much.
No.
but,
No. Because I was thinking like Cabo Verde or,
No, that's just too small.
Yeah,
that's still too
thought
small.
The other possibility I thought was Indonesia.
yeah, yeah.
But those are many islands.
But I didn't even think about Australia because I think of Australia as a continent.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
then it's noted as the island continent.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
New Guinea.
I think that goes to him.
All right. Any county in England is called a what?
County in England? Shire?
You got it. You got it. Say it again.
Shire.
Shire. You got it again. Good one. How'd you come up with that? That's
Well, there are a lot of the towns.
Lancashire and
yeah, it's not something that you think of or talk about it on a regular basis. So, anyway, over to CJ.
yeah, I'm dragging up the rear, so I'm not worried
You
about
never
it.
know. You never know. Okay. What famous man died on April 12, 1945?
April 12th, 1945. What famous man died April 12th, 1945?
Don't make it hard now.
Again, I should go with my first gut instinct, but it's wrong.
Maybe
Oh.
not.
It's wrong. I mean,
We should have had Gil come on. You came too late, Gil.
not a clue.
Not a clue. Okay.
Go ahead.
You obviously have it. FDR?
FDR.
I thought I said, can't be that simple. It can't be that simple.
Yeah, sometimes they are. April 12, 1945. Big event. Okay. Over to Gabe. And the word for king in Latin is what?
Rex.
Rex. Good for you.
And why does it say in rye on a cross?
That was, I don't think that was in Latin. That was in...
Yes, it is.
It was?
It is in Latin.
Okay, you're right, because he was...
Do you know why?
why?
Famous reason. There is no J in the Hebrew language.
Okay, so
The J is replaced with the I. So it does say Jesus of Nazareth,
okay.
King of the Jews. It's Jesus Nazarenus Rex Jerusalem. And that's where it comes from.
You can't fool with CJ because he was the, Knight Templar?
Oh, that's
Knights of
right, that's from
Columbus?
Knights of Columbus.
That's right.
You would have...
Yeah.
What was your position?
I was a Grand Knight for the Knights of Columbus, and I was a past commander for the Knights Templar.
Still, or?
Yes.
Knights Templar?
Yes.
It still exists?
They do
What kind of
still exist.
organization is that?
They're
That's
they're
still
fraternal organizations.
Is that a secret organization?
No, they're fraternal organizations. Nothing's secret anymore. If you've got the History Channel, you know all about the Knights Templar.
All right, let's,
And believe it or not, right here in Massachusetts, we have a Knights Templar relic.
and what is that?
It's in Westwood, Massachusetts, and it's called the Westwood Knight. And it has been proven to be
A relic?
a relic from the Knights of Columbus, and it's in the middle of town.
Well, not Knights, you're talking about Knights of Columbus or
The Knights Templar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Okay, the Battle of Waterloo took place in what year?
My brain isn't working today.
The Battle of Waterloo.
Who does it?
When Napoleon got a scrubbing, right?
Yes, I know.
What year? All right.
Gabe?
1816?
Which one?
1816?
16? No. 15.
You're off, but yeah. Saying I was off
I
one
thought
year in my
15
head.
too, but-
I was off 1 year on the other side, so.
Yeah, you kind of had to know that 1812, he got a scrubbing in Russia. 500,000 man army, biggest ever assembled in the history of the world, marched into Russia, and about 5,000 came out. Took a severe beating, but
That was also a very historically active period. 1812, 1814, 1815, 1816. And because of that, people confuse the dates.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I use the 1812, War of 1812 as a
right.
kind of a...
That's what I do. You use 1812 for the...
So I knew it was after
Yeah.
that, but...
yeah, War of 1812, a lot of people don't even know that took place. But,
And in 1814, we had the travels up and down the Mississippi, and, you know, you start taking... That's why that was a very historically active period in our history.
all right,
Goes to Gabe.
Gabe, name the leader of India.
Jeez. I could have named a bunch of past leaders, but
So could I.
I can't remember who is currently the leader now.
CJ,
Not a clue.
been on the news. The president was over there hugging and kissing in public.
I knew that. I didn't get the name.
Modi, M-O-D-I. Yeah. All right.
I had a dog named something like that once.
I think, let's see, CJ, let's,
This would be my last question.
yeah, you got the last one, and I think we'll go to the final, okay? All right, oh, CJ, this is an easy one for you. Dry ice is made of what?
Carbon dioxide.
He knows all those.
It's
all the
the
elements?
chemistry questions.
Chemistry and health, not a problem. History is sometimes a problem, but not always.
All right, let's, let's move on to the final question. All right, the final question. It's not an easy one, but you get time, so make your bet. It's a, basically, it's a geography question. Get your bets, wagers made. And here's the question. Name the river boundary between Virginia and Maryland. Very famous river. All set, you've marked your answer, Gabe?
Yeah, I just wanted to...
Okay. Take your time, we've got time.
I have not a clue. Believe it or not, my brain just went, "Hmm?" Maryland. Oh.
Okay, a few more seconds, and
Okay,
CJ,
yep,
what do you have for a wager?
nothing, no answer,
And no answer.
and no points.
We end up with 3. Gabe?
Okay, I bet one,
1.
and I guessed the Potomac.
Potomac is correct, so you get 3, 6. You end up with, Potomac. Well,
I thought along that lines, but I kept saying, nah, it can't be, because I
sounded
saw where the Potomac starts in West Virginia. Have you ever seen where it starts?
No, no,
It's
no.
a trickle. It literally is a trickle. The head of the Potomac River in West Virginia is a trickle.
It must come from the Appalachians, I would imagine.
It's a tiny little, it's a tiny little trickle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all it is. And it's all the tributaries that feed into
Feed
it that
into it.
cause it. Yeah,
no.
so. But I didn't even think of that, really to say, can't be that big already at that point, but it is.
I didn't think about that at first. I just took a wild guess, and then later on, wait a minute, why am I missing this one?
Yeah, well, again, they're obvious answers, and we just missed them, so.
And the reason I didn't remember the name, I just think that there was the Union Army in Virginia was named the Army of the Potomac.
Potomac, right.
Well, gentlemen,
Not as much fun as there are 3, but it's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
a pleasure to spend
Yeah,
time with you, Gabe, you
we
know
usually
that.
have
Likewise.
Jerry Gunner. For some reason, he's not here. He probably called, and we just missed the message. So
He knew that Gabe was gonna be here ready to bear, and he's like, I'm not
he's-
showing up.
He's cleaned house the last.
I know, the
couple of
past couple of times, I know.
Yeah, he was a big winner last time, right?
And the time before that.
Yeah,
So maybe he's picked up his marbles and he headed home.
That's it.
I'm going to take my winnings and go home.
I go home, that's it.
Well, okay.
Because those big prizes we get here, you can't,
Did you
Can't
use
go wrong.
that trip to New York for 3 days? overnight? So Gabe, school committee, any predictions, anything coming out that you would like to let us know, public know? We should be aware
I mean,
of?
I don't see anything.
Net school spending still a
earth-shattering.
problem?
Still up in the air.
How
Nobody
much,
knows.
how much is it?
I think that I've heard it was at a 3.1, but I think the most commonly mentioned figure lately has been like 2.7.
CJ, this is election year, school committee, city council, mayor's office. Are we going to see some excitement out there? I know it's only February, but what's the word on the street?
I think we're seeing candidates start announcing a little earlier than normal, and I think we need to really look at it because, I made the statement last year that all 9 should be not
Okay, and
reelected. so
one final question. Is your group going to run a debate?
We always run a debate.
Okay. All right. That's it. We're down at the end. Thank you, gentlemen. Glad to have you. We'll see you in 3 weeks if everything works out well.
You ran the.
Otherwise,
at, Morton, right?
Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
It's the Citizens Alliance for